Long, long ago, before humans ruled the earth, the animals lived in perfect harmony. There were no kings, no queens, no rulers. Only creatures, great and small, who shared the forests, the mountains, and the seas. Each believed they were just as important as the other. But peace never lasts long when pride is awake. One bright morning, as the golden sun rose across the Valley of Harmony, a gentle argument began among the animals. It started with the elephant, who stumped his heavy feet and announced, "Surely I am the greatest among us. My strength moves trees and clears paths. No one dares stand before me." The cheetah flicked her tail and laughed. "Strength? What use is it when you're too slow to catch even a breeze? I am the fastest. No creature can outrun me." The peacock spread his glorious feathers, shimmering like rainbows. "Beauty and strength are fine," he said proudly, "but beauty commands hearts. I am the wonder of the world." The monkey swung down from a branch. "You can't eat beauty or run from danger forever," he mocked. "I have hands that build, a mind that solves problems, and a heart full of joy. I bring laughter. Surely that makes me greatest of all." The argument grew louder. Soon the dolphin leapt from the river and claimed he was the master of the seas. The owl hooted that wisdom, not power, was what mattered most. Even the ant raised her tiny voice, saying, "We ants build cities under the ground. Who can match our teamwork?" The noise echoed through the valley until the earth itself seemed to groan under the weight of their pride. At last, an old tortoise, wise and slow, lifted his head from his shell. His voice was calm, yet every creature fell silent to hear him. "My friends," he said, "we cannot all be the greatest, but perhaps the Great Spirit who made us can decide. Let us gather at dawn in the Valley of the Rising Sun and ask for the truth." All the animals agreed. When morning came, the sky blazed with golden fire. The Great Spirit's voice rolled across the hills, soft as wind but strong as thunder. "I have heard your boasting," said the voice. "Each of you believes you stand above the rest. But greatness cannot be shouted, it must be shown. So, I give you this challenge. Show me the true power that lies within you." The elephant stepped forward first. He trumpeted loudly, shook the ground, and lifted a tree by its roots. "This is my strength," he cried. The Great Spirit was silent. Next came the cheetah, who bolted across the plain faster than the eye could follow. Dust rose in her wake. "This is my speed," she shouted. Still, the spirit did not speak. The peacock strutted and spun, his feathers glimmering like jewels. The animals gasped at the beauty of it. Then came the monkey, dancing and juggling coconuts while the crowd laughed. Then the dolphin splashed, flipping high above the water and catching the sunlight like silver flame. But after all their performances, the Great Spirit's voice was quiet. "I have shown you your gifts," it said. "But gifts alone do not make greatness. I seek the heart that carries them." The animals looked at each other, puzzled. Then a shadow fell across the valley. It was the lion. He walked slowly, each step heavy with purpose. The golden sun caught his mane, and the world seemed to still. The elephant bowed his head. The monkey grew quiet. Even the cheetah stopped fidgeting. The Great Spirit spoke. "Lion, what will you show?" The lion raised his head, his amber eyes glowing. "I will show not what I can do, but who I am," he said softly. He looked around the valley and saw a small gazelle trembling beside the cheetah. The lion approached, and the crowd gasped, for they feared he would strike. But instead, he stood between the gazelle and the cheetah and said, "Courage is not to fight when you can win. It is to protect when you could destroy." Then he turned to the Great Spirit. "True power," he said, "is not in the roar that shakes the sky, but in the heart that guards the weak." He lifted his head and roared, not in anger, but in truth. The sound rolled through mountains and rivers. Every creature felt it, not fear, but respect. The Great Spirit's voice returned, gentle yet firm. "Lion, you have understood. You rule not through might, but through courage and mercy. You are the king of the land." The lion bowed his head. He did not smile. He simply walked back to his place, calm and proud, while the others stared in silent awe. But the Great Spirit's voice spoke again. "There is still one who has not shown themselves, one who watches from above." All heads turned skyward. High in the clouds, a dark shape circled. Then, with a sudden cry that pierced the air, the eagle descended. His wings glided with such grace that even the wind seemed to bow. He landed on a high rock and folded his wings. His eyes, sharp as lightning, swept across the crowd. "Eagle," said the Great Spirit, "what do you bring?" The eagle's voice was calm, like a river beneath moonlight. "I bring vision," he said. "While others see what is before them, I see what lies ahead. When storms come, I do not hide. I spread my wings and rise above them, for it is above the storm that the sun still shines." Then, to prove his words, the eagle leapt into the air. A storm began to form, dark clouds, thunder, and rain. The smaller birds fled, but the eagle climbed higher, wings slicing through the wind until he disappeared into the light beyond the storm. The Great Spirit spoke again with pride in its tone. "Eagle, you understand wisdom. You rise not to escape the storm, but to learn from it. You see what others cannot, and you teach that perspective is the path to peace. You are the king of the sky." The eagle cried out once more, a sound both fierce and free, and the clouds parted to reveal the sun again. The Great Spirit looked down upon the Valley of Harmony. "Now the world has two rulers, one for the land and one for the sky. Lion, your courage commands the ground. Eagle, Your vision commands the heavens. Together, you will remind the world that strength is not domination, but balance. Then the spirit's voice grew softer. Let the elephant remember humility. Let the cheetah remember patience. Let the peacock remember modesty. Let the monkey remember purpose. For without these, even gifts become curses. The wind calmed, the sky cleared, and a new peace filled the valley of harmony. From that day on, the lion was never called proud again. For his rule was kind. He led not by fear, but by example. When disputes arose, his roar restored order. When the weak were threatened, he stood in their defense. And far above, the eagle became the watcher of all things. He saw danger before it arrived, rain before it fell, and change before it came. His sharp eyes guided the forest below, warning the lion of what lay beyond the hills. They did not compete, they completed each other. When storms swept across the land, the lion sought the eagle's wisdom. When dangers rose from the earth, the eagle trusted the lion's courage. Their friendship became a symbol that power on earth and wisdom in the sky must work together for harmony to live. Generations passed. Animals taught their children about that day in the valley of the rising sun. They would say, "The elephant is strong, the cheetah is swift, the peacock is beautiful, the monkey is clever, but only the lion and the eagle lead." And when young creatures asked why, the elders answered, "Because one sees with his heart and the other sees with his eyes. One faces the world's danger with courage, and the other sees its truth with wisdom." Even now, when the lion roars, the jungle listens, not out of fear, but out of respect. His roar reminds all who hear it that leadership is earned through courage and compassion. And when the eagle soars high above the clouds, the creatures below lift their gaze, reminded that those who rise above their fears will always see further than those who crawl within them. The wind still carries their message. Courage and vision together make greatness. Moral lesson: the lion stands out not because he is strongest, but because he leads with heart. The eagle stands out not because he flies highest, but because he sees with clarity. So if you wish to rise above others, do not boast, do not compete. Be brave when others tremble, and wise when others rush. For only then will your name be remembered among those who truly stand out, like the lion and the eagle.
Thank you for watching Generational Animation, where every story carries a lesson and every voice echoes through time. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel, because the next tale might just change how you see the world of animals. See you in our next story.